Thus was set in motion the first cycle, which in its rotations downward brought in an infinitesimal part of the created lives to our planet of mud. Arrived at the lowest point of the arc of the cycle which directly preceded life on this earth, the pure divine spark still lingering in the atom made an effort to separate itself from the astral spirit, for man was falling gradually into generation, and the fleshy coat was becoming with every action more and more dense. The whole Darwinian theory of natural selection is included in the first 6 chapters of the book of Genesis. The man of chapter 1 is radically different from the Adam of chapter 2, for the former was created male and female, that is, bisexed, and in the image of God, while the latter, according to verse 7, was formed of the dust of the ground and became a living soul. After the Lord God breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. Moreover, this Adam was a male being, and in verse 20 we are told that there was not found a helpmeet for him. The Adonai, being pure spiritual entities, had no sex, or rather had both sexes united in themselves, like their Creator, and the ancients understood this so well that they represented many of their deities as of dual sex. The biblical student must either accept this interpretation or make the passages in the 2 chapters alluded to absurdly contradict each other. It was such literal acceptance of the passages that warranted the atheists in covering the Mosaic account with ridicule, and it is the dead letter of the old text that begets the materialism of our age. Not only are these 2 races of beings thus clearly indicated in Genesis, but even a third and a fourth one are ushered before the reader in chapter 4, where the sons of God and the race of giants are spoken of. One thing, at least, has been shown in the Hebrew text, vis-a-vis, that there was one race of purely physical creatures and another purely spiritual. The evolution and transformation of species required to fill the gap between the 2 has been left to abler anthropologists. We can only repeat the philosophy of men of old, which says that the union of these 2 races produced a third, the Adamite race. Sharing the natures of both its parents, it is equally adapted to an existence in the material and spiritual worlds, allied to the physical half of man's nature is reason, which enables him to maintain his supremacy over the lower animals and to subjugate nature to his uses.